with GMT's monthly update, and we're going to start with the P500. What's new in the P500? Command and Colors Medieval. This is expansion number 1, and it features Mid-Eastern battles. So, yes, it says here, there are plenty of knights in shining armor in this expansion, but there are no damsels in distress or dragons to be slain. So the Crusade Mid-Eastern Battles 1 expansion will instead focus on some of the major engagements of the earlier Crusader history. This is a game designed by Richard Borg, and what you get with this game is, and this is a tentative component list, 1 Crusades rulebook and at least 16 battle scenario, 2 punchboard sheets containing terrain tiles and various markers, 8 battle dice, 2 unit reference cards, 2 inspired action reference cards, 3 block label sheets, 200 blocks get ready to stick, and the blocks are the same size as the Command and Colors Medieval. Complexity is medium, solitaire suitability is low. And for all the Space Empires 4X fans, of which I am one, Space Empires, all good things. I just had an interview with Jim Crone just, I think, last week, if I'm not mistaken. And he was telling me this is it. This is the last game expansion for Space Empire. So, the final Space Empire expansion is full of cool new features that improve, expand, and add unpredictability to your game. A new alternate empire, variable home systems, missions with new rewards, deep space planetary attributes, added terrain for larger scenarios, and much more. This is a game designed by Jim Crone, and what you get with this game is a 4-inch box, one combined rulebook of all the expansions and the core rule game. A combined solo co-op scenario book, that's cool. 5 counter sheets, 5 tile sheets, 190 cards, 4 player aid cards, 2 player aid cards with the new empire, production pad, new empire, production pad facilities, blah blah blah, 2 card stocks with fleet displays, and 100 green plastic stands. 100 green plastic stands. Oh well. Complexity is medium-low. Solitaire suitability is way up there because that's Jim Crone 4X game. He's got a lot of solo scenarios built in. Wolfpack. The North Atlantic Convoy Struggles, October 1941 to March 1943. Wolfpack is a tactical historical game depicting the struggles between the German submarine Wolfpacks and the Allied merchant convoys of World War II. The game is set in the vast North Atlantic from late 41 to 43. This is a 1 to 4 player solitaire team game, and when playing solo, the player will command 2 to 4 submarines. And what you get with Wolfpack is, here we go, you get slow internet. What you get is one 34 by 22 inch mounted map board, double-sided small and large convoys, 4 8.5 by 5.5 submarine player boards, 240 cards, 4 counter sheets, 4 17 by 11 and 6 8.5 by 11 player aids, campaign information pad, rulebook, playbook, and a 3-inch box. It's gotten addicted, this box thing. Complexity is medium, solitaire suitability is way up there. Like, this is a game designed by Mike Bertuccelli. Skies Above Britain. This is a new game by Jerry White and Gina Willis. Skies Above Britain is a solitaire game depicting the Royal Air Force squadron of Hurricanes and Spitfires waging a desperate effort to disrupt and destroy German daylight bombing raids over southern or southeast England, I should say, in the summer of 1940. The player's individual aircraft, each represented by a stickered block, get ready to stick, must locate the incoming raid, intercept it, and evade or defeat swarms of escorting Germans. So this is a different take on Storm over the Reich, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And you get to play the Brits to knock out the Nazis, the bad guys. So what you get with this game is quite a bit of stuff, knowing Jerry White. And because of the slow internet again, this is what you get, and it doesn't say it. I remember having looked at this before. Go and check it out at the GMT website, and you can check out their shipping, what's shipping now, and their projected shipping schedule. This game, Skies Above Britain, complexity is medium-low, solitaire suitability is way up there. Thanks, Jerry. And the reprints on the P500 are Cataclysm, a Second World War. This is the second printing, obviously. Command and Colors Ancients, 7th printing. It's going well. This is a game designed by Richard Borg. And Mike Denson's The Last 100 Yards, 2nd printing. And just for poop and giggles, what was the year's bestseller from October 1st, 2019 to September 30th, 2020, or 2020, I should say. Well, here we go. It was and are Twilight Struggle, Imperial Struggle, Battle Lines, Reiner Knizia, Stalingrad 42, your regular Hex Encounter Mark Simonich game, Labyrinth, coin game, but this was the expansion, which is called, hold on a second here, The Forever War 2015 with a question mark. Also, The Hunters by Gregory M. Smith and The Hunted. Gregory's doing very well, good for him. Mike Bertuccelli's Tank Duel, Mark Herman's and Jeff Engelstein's Versailles 1919. It's funny, eh? There's not that many Hex Encounter war games. See where we're going? Huh? That's why I'm doing this. Also, Nevsky, Battle Lines again by Reiner Knizia, 1862 and 18XX game, and we go back to Hex Encounters with Men of Iron, Infidel, Blood and Roses in the, let me see if I can get it here, in the tri-pack of Men of Iron Battles. Ladies and gentlemen, that was GMT's monthly update. For more news on the update, shipping schedules, printing schedules, check out the gmtgames.com website for your full information. Strategy and Tactics and World at War issue number 75, the Game Edition. Centrifugal Offensive, the Japanese campaign in the Pacific, 1941 to 1942, is a solo game, a strategic level war game of the initial Imperial Japanese campaign in the Pacific War from 41 to 42. What you get with this game is a 22 by 34 inch map and 228 die-cut counters. The distance between each space on the map vary depending on location and strategic importance, with the distance varying from 1,000 to a few hundred kilometers. Each turn represents a month of operation. Flying Pig Games and Old School Tactical Volume 2, West Front 1944 to 1945. This is the second edition of Tactical Volume 2. And what you get with this game is 3 sheets of unit, weapon, vehicle, and condition counters, a large, and I mean huge, 30 by 41 inch mounted game map. Hexes are 1 inch across, 18 luck cards such as Trigger Happy, Unexpected Obstacle, and Surprise Attack, 36 unit data cards, dice, and a massive box. From David the Kid Thompson, by Stealth and Sea. This is a game published by DVG, and it's a solitaire or cooperative game that takes place during the Battle of the Mediterranean in World War II. Basically, you're a human torpedo.
A game for gamers, made by gamers, by Flying Pig Games.
Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band war game review institutions. This is Ksan 68 from Decision Games. It's a solitaire game that costs less than $15. They originally paid like $12.95 for it. It's gone up a little bit in price, but it's still less than 15 bucks, so it still qualifies as a micro game. What I like about this game, it's just fun to play. But how do you get victory points in this? The allies get 10 victory points for ending the game where they're holding Ksan, 3 for holding the rock quarry, 1 for each hill they hold, and 1 for each space of Route 9. As you can see right now, the NVA is in it. And they also get points for controlling Longvay, and they get points for each enemy unit eliminated. Any US unit that is eliminated counts against them, though, so they lose points for any U.S. air or foot units or ground units that are eliminated. So let's go through a turn here real quick to give you an idea how it plays. Alright, you start with the friendly action card phase. You start with 9 turns left in the game. We're going to do allied buildup. First thing you do is you subtract 1 turn. And then I transfer 3 units to the from the reinforcement pool to the staging area, and this can be reused next turn. That's a reusable card. So I'm going to take some 1st Cavalry units, put them in there, along with helicopter transport. Alright, so that's a reinforcement phase. Now it's a friendly ground movement phase. This one's going to move here on the ground to there. And then friendly air movement phase. So this guy here is going to fly this one to the French fort. The 1st Cavalry Division can use open spaces as air landing sites if they wish. And now I place the airstrikes that are available. So let's find the B-52. The B-52 is going to go here. The B-52 is immune to ground fire. I'm going to put the AC-47 here. What's unique about this one is it can be used during my turn or during the NVA turn. It's the only air unit that can do that. And then I'm going to put some bombers here and here. And I have a helicopter transport available, but that one I'm just going to hold on to them for the time being. So the next step is the opposing forces anti-aircraft phase. So you flip over the units that are being attacked. That has anti-aircraft, so he'll be able to fire at them. These can't fire at the B-52, but you flip them over anyways during this phase. And over here, let's see if there's any aircraft firing at these. No, those are just foot units. And over here, that's got some anti-aircraft. Alright, we'll start with the AA here. It's got a strength of 3, which means it throws 3 dice and hits nothing. Over here it's got a strength of 1, so that rolls 1 dice and hits nothing. Anti-aircraft is effective in this, though. A 5 will cause an aircraft to lose 1 step, and a 6 will just cause an entire aircraft unit to be destroyed, so it is effective. This one will be removed from there and go to the used box. Aircraft, after they're used, they go to the used box, and you have to roll from to see if you can use them the next turn to see if they're available. So we'll do the AC-47 there. He'll roll 2 dice. He gets a 5, so that's retreated. Down here, the B-52 will go. He's got 5 dice. NVA will ignore retreats there because that's an entrenchment space. So he gets a 6 and a 5. The 6 causes NVA to lose a step, and the 5 causes them to retreat. So they'll lose this one here, and the other guy will retreat. And this goes to the used box. And over here, I got 6 dice to throw from those aircraft. Get a 6 and a 5, so kills 1 and retreats another. The retreat is, oh sorry, this one here, the retreat was ignored because it was an entrenchment phase space. So you would You'll destroy the smallest unit first, but they're both 3, so just pick one. This one will be destroyed, and the other one would retreat, but since he's in an entrenchment, he ignores it. Alright, and over here, we got 6 going against them. Roll 6 dice. Got 1 6, so the smallest unit here, which is anti-aircraft, is destroyed. And these go to the used backs. Now it's the NVA player's turn. First thing they'll do is draw a card. So -1, so you lose a turn here. And then all communist units within 2 spaces of Ksan fire base must move forward towards that space. So that goes there. And this goes 1, 2. Those are the only ones within 2 of it. And you'll add 1 to all communist combat strength for the opposing forces this turn. So now we're going to do some ground combat. So what you do is you line these up with the strongest NVA unit on the top. And you can put the US in any order you want. And they're going to roll for tactical edge. The NVA has a sapper unit here, which is an elite unit, so they get +1 to their die roll. So the US rolls a 4, and the NVA rolled a 5, which becomes a 6, so the NVA has tactical edge. So they're going to throw 3 dice. They get 2 6s, so that's pretty good against this guy. So that's 1 step loss, 2 steps lost, so the 26 Marines were just eliminated. Now the US goes. They'll roll 2 dice for him. 2 4s, that does nothing. And now the sapper unit goes and rolls 2 dice. He gets it. Wow, you got a 6, so that allied unit is eliminated, and all that's left is the Ksan garrison. Not looking good. Oh, 2 6s, so destroyed that one and destroyed this one. And then, so it's the end of the turn now. So you go to the administrative phase, so you lose a turn because it's the end of the turn again, and then you'll roll here, you'll see on this table here, to see if any of these used aircraft will be available the next turn. But that's a sample turn to give you an idea of how the game plays. I like this game. I think for $15, it's a really good deal. It's one of the best games you can get for less than $15. But since it's a solitaire-only game, it plays well, and the AI is pretty good, the way it moves the NVA around and stuff. It's fun, and it's easy to learn, and you can put this like in your briefcase, and when you go on vacation, just bring this and like 10 dice, and you got a game you can play in the hotel room. But this is my game of the week. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a good evening.
GIMPY of the GIMPY Gamer takes a look at Scott Allen Chizis, I hope I pronounced his name right, Pocket Landship. This is a small game published by Word Forge Games. Mo of Mo's Game Table is taking a look at the deluxe edition of One Small Step, designed by James Dumont. Actually, it would say Dumont, but it's Dumont. And this is a game by Academy Games.
Hey guys, ID Jester here. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. We got a few episodes in this week on our YouTube channel. We got our 3rd patrol of U-506 in our co-op challenge with the Hunters, German U-Boats at War, 1939-43 by GMT Games. Co-op challenge against Tony's Board Life and Rough Swordsman Wargamer. So be sure to check out how well we did in that episode. We also got in a couple episodes of our solo FARC playthrough. We have part 3 and part 4 of Alien Abyss, part of the coin game system by GMT. And of course, last Saturday we had another War Room episode with our good friend HEXES, and got to talk all kinds of wargaming news with him. Now this week, at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a special guest coming to join us on the War Room. That's going to be today, Saturday. And it's going to be at 4 o'clock. It's going to be game designer Mitchell Land, part of the Next War series of games by GMT. So we're going to get to talk with him about game design and all kinds of the process that goes into game design. We're going to get to talk to him about the Next War series and have a lot of fun. So that is going to be today, Saturday, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hoping to see you guys there so we can talk with Mitchell Land's special guest. Till next week, have fun, guys. We'll see you then.
Kevin of the Big Board has 3 videos out. The first one being an ASL 2016 no comment, no sound vassal play. Also, Manassas Battlefield #catch and Next War India Pakistan number 10 at GMT Games, turn number 2. Jim Ozarski, the leader in the Grognard of the Year 2020, has a video out. To sleep is to die. 2, this is for sharp practice 2. I don't know what it means, but it's a cool vid. The chief of Bonding with Board Games is wishing us a happy Thanksgiving, and also he says wow in regards to GMT's future. Well, check out the vid. What does he mean? Voynek TV takes a look at Age of Dogfights World War I. This is a game by Predrag Lazovic, and also takes a look at the game by David the Kid Thompson in Soldiers in Postman's Uniform. And the war game philosopher AJ Toyenby of Hexes and Soldiers has a new do and is looking mighty cute, and also gives us a video with the Thanksgiving feast, and he's showing us his games. And Grant,
and I'm Grant,
of the Player's Aid, is doing a solo playthrough of Worthington Publishing's Crusader Kingdom. Seek Out and Play is doing part 2 of the Sherman Leader play example. Rough Swordsman Wargamer in his segment Open the Box. He's opening the box of GMT's Devil's Horseman. Obviously, it's an unboxing. USA Patriot 4163 does Strategy and Tactics number 124 with Ty Bomba's game Fortress Stalingrad. Joel Toppin has 3 videos out on GMT's game Caesar Rome vs. Gaul. This is a game in progress, and that's what it is. And Tony of Tony's Board Life does turn 7 and turn 8 of Rock of the Barn, a game by Multi-Man Publishing. Matt White, the war game artist, has 2 videos out, the first one being Normandy, the Invasion of Europe 1944, and Tank Duel, a game by Mike Bertuccelli, Enemy in the Crosshairs. And the Hugh Hefner of War Games, Todd, from Wargy Roleplays World War II YouTube site, has about 7 million videos out this week, the first one being Retro, ASL 107 Arnhem 1944 Halftime After Action Report. And he continues with his live Advanced Squad Leader 107 to Tao's Attack. Expect back tactics, he says.
And for our Italian
continues again with Retro
Faina,
ASL, I should say.
with episode 36 of his Johnny
shout out and an
Zero.
update to his
Does
channel.
Third
And
Reich
Thanksgiving
and
after action
the
report,
sequence of
streets
play.
of Stalingrad. And the big man of Flying Pig Games and Tiny Battle Publishing, Mark H. Walker, talks about what's up with the paranormal stuff in The Long Road, his RPG. And also Mark talks about what game system he uses in The Long Road. Don't let that silly face fool you. This is a smart man. Kilroy was here, has 3 unboxings and 1 video of Where Do I Get War Games. Other than Where Do I Get War Games, one of his videos is a splendid little war unboxing by Legion War Games, The Battle of Adobe Walls by Legion War Games, and Red vs. Reverse by Legion War Games. Homo Ludens, which is Fred Serval's YouTube channel, has an amazing documentary. He's in Paris, and his title of the documentary is Museum of Plan Relief and the Art of Siege Warfare, Real War Games. Check out this documentary. You will not be disappointed. Actually, you will be enlightened. Riccardo Mazzini and Vlog 57, Parabellum 8. Cody of the Discriminating Gamer takes a look at the shores of Tripoli from Fort Circle Games. The soft-spoken but formidable foe! Jonathan Townsend takes a look at a Compass Games On to Vienna. The man famously known as Calandale, Enrico Viglino, plays a game called Dixie, the Second War Between the States.
Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of Wargame Review Institutions. First game we're reviewing on our website, this review should be posted by Monday, is Naval War from Avalon Hill. It was originally released by another company, I forget the name of it. It's a Neil Zimmerer game. It's a really simple card game where each side has ships from different nationalities, and you try to sink each other's ships, and you fire salvos, and the salvos you can fire depend on the gun sizes of your ship. So if you have like a 15-inch gun, or if you have a card for a 15-inch salvo, you have to have a ship with 15-inch guns to shoot it, and there's destroyers and torpedo boats, and also submarines. So it's a really fun game. It's not historically accurate at all, not in the least bit. It's just kind of historically themed, but really fun game. And then I did a playthrough of Aliens. This time it's War. The scenario I did was Ripley versus the Queen. It's the simplest scenario in the game. Maybe, some would say it's too simple, and they would be correct. But yeah, I figured I'd cover that one since no one else has really covered that scenario. This is 6 Against Rome from 3W Games. This is a really interesting game. It's got a bunch of scenarios from different armies that have invaded Rome, and one is hypothetical, where Alexander the Great decides doesn't die and moves west and attacks Rome. So it looks like a really interesting game. And the last thing we did on our YouTube channel is a 5th edition solitaire game called The Chronicles of Davis. Basically, Davis and his party have to go to a graveyard to dig up a wizard's tome and bring it back to another wizard. Of course, things go wrong and there's combat and so forth. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon on our website and our YouTube channel. Have a good evening.
And for our Italian-speaking viewers, Mauro Faina with episode 36 of Il Giannizzero Nero does Third Reich and the sequence of play. Another week, another show. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and please support this show through Patreon. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. And I'd like to give a shout out to Dave Miskell. Dave, I hope I didn't pronounce your name wrong. Dave is a new supporter on Patreon. For some reason, it didn't want to show up on my support segment. So, Dave Miskell, thank you very much for your support. Have a great day.
And I'm Grant.